Extruder Components Replacement Guide for the X2D. Always power off and disconnect power before maintenance. Open the toolhead front cover, press the locking tab on the connector to remove it. Then, remove the front cover from the toolhead. Remove the 4 screws on the back half of the toolhead which secure the rear toolhead housing. Gently work the rear cover off and set it to the side. Remove the PTFE tube from the toolhead. Pull the flow blocker assembly lever to the right to raise the right hot end fully into the raised position. Loosen the right hot end's PTFE coupler by rotating it counterclockwise with the wrench. Once the PTFE tube comes loose, remove it from the toolhead. Remove the 4 screws on the front half of the toolhead which secure the front toolhead housing. Gently work the front housing off and set it to the side. Remove the right hot end's silicone sock and then unlatch and remove the hot end. Close the latch to keep it out of the way. Pull the flow blocker assembly lever to the right to raise the right hot end fully into the raised position. Remove the left hot end's silicone sock and then unlatch and remove the hot end. Close the latch to keep it out of the way. Remove the hex screw from the left filament cutter lever. And move the lever out of the way. Remove the hex screw from the right filament cutter lever. And move the lever out of the way. Remove the 2 mounting screws for the hot end heater board bracket and remove it. Pull the flow blocker assembly lever to the left to lower the right hot end. Unplug the hot end heater connectors. Remove the adhesive pads on the TH interface board. Unplug the connectors on the TH interface board except the logo LED cable second from the left. Remove the 2 screws holding the left hot end fan in place. And move the fan off to the side. Unscrew the 3 mounting screws for the extruder front cover assembly and remove it. Be careful to leave behind the right filament sensor assembly, which is still connected to the toolhead. Unwrap the tape on the right hot end cables until the right filament sensor assembly is free. Remove the main gear from the extruder front cover assembly. Remove the central screw holding in the pressure block and remove the pressure block. Using tweezers or pliers, gently remove the extruder-driven gear. Remove the spring and plate from the pressure block. Remove the screw holding the left cutter assembly in place and remove the cutter plate. Remove the filament cutter. Remove the 2 screws holding in the left filament sensor and remove the sensor with its cable. Place the extruder-driven gear into its slot and ensure its pin is aligned properly. Place the spring, then plate, into the pressure block and place the pressure block into its slot. Insert the extruder main gear. Fasten the pressure block screw. Slide the left filament cutter into its slot. Place the cutter plate and fasten it with the screw. Place the left filament sensor into its slot and fasten it with 2 screws. Place the right filament sensor assembly into its slot. Pull the flow blocker assembly lever to the right to raise the right hot end fully into the raised position. Align the extruder front cover assembly and fix it in place with its 3 mounting screws. Route the right hot end cables. Route the left hot end cables. Align the left hot end fan and fasten its 2 screws. Take note of the various sensor connections. Connect the left hot end heater connector. Connect the left eddy sensor. Connect the left filament sensor and close its latch. Connect the right filament sensor. Connect the right eddy sensor. Connect the right hot end heater connector. Replace the hot end heater board bracket and fasten its 2 mounting screws. Replace the left filament cutter lever and fasten it with its mounting screw. Replace the right filament cutter lever and fasten it with its mounting screw. Replace the right hot end and close its latch. Pull the flow blocker assembly lever to the right to raise the right hot end. Replace the left hot end and close its latch. replace the left silicone sock. Pull the flow blocker assembly lever to the left to lower the right hot end and replace the right silicone sock. Work the front tool head housing back into place over the tool head, ensuring good alignment with the cable chain and X-axis rods. With the right hot end raised, insert the right PTFE tube fully and then retighten its PTFE connector with the wrench. Insert the left hot end's PTFE tube fully. Fasten the 4 screws holding on the tool head front housing. Work the tool head rear cover back into place over the tool head. And fasten its 4 screws. Reconnect the tool head cover fan and replace the tool head cover.